Science and technological innovation have a profound biblical basis. We see it going right back to Genesis 1, where God created human beings in his own image and gave them dominion over the earth. That was to be stewards, and science and technology are part of stewardship. Stewardship and dominion is not a license to exploit the earth to our own ends, but to care for it in the same way that God would. And part of that is understanding how it works, understanding the laws of nature, and then developing technologies from them. I think we see the beginning of science in Genesis chapter 2, where Adam names the animals. That's the process of taxonomy, which later developed, dividing animals into different species and orders and phyla and genuses and so on. And then in Genesis chapter 4, we see Jabal, who was involved in tent making and in care for livestock, so the beginnings of building and agriculture. And then there was Jubal, who created musical instruments, musicology, and then Tubal-Cain, who made tools out of iron and bronze, the beginnings of metallurgy. And then, of course, in Genesis 10, we see Nimrod building cities. And we see God's concern for technology in the way that he laid the framework for the creation of the tabernacle and the temple. We're told that Bezalel in Exodus 31 was filled with the Spirit and given all sorts of skills in artistic design so that he could do all that marvelous needlework and gold work and bronze work in the temple and then of course, in the tabernacle. And then later on we see Huram-Abi doing the same thing in Solomon's temple to even a greater degree. So the science and technology was right there from the first chapters of Genesis, and that's the reason why many Christians have been involved as pioneers in all branches of science ever since that time.